Okay, so this was the best episode of Scream Queens of the season. It really reminded me of what I love so much about season 1. There was so much comedy, just the snarkiness of Chanel 1. I was pretty happy with it until they killed someone off who was another one of my favorites, but we'll get to that in just a little bit. First of all, I read an article from E! Online that said that Chad Radwell is actually dead. Now, it did look like he was actually dead in this episode, but I always have hope he'll come back or he really didn't die. But I think he's dead. The only good thing was he had a role kind of as a spirit in this episode, so maybe he'll be used throughout the rest of the season. I don't know, but it just kills me because I really think he was a great part of comedic relief for this show. I love the fact that Denise is so sad, and the interactions that both of those characters had in this episode was hilarious and reminded me of why I love this show so much. I love the flashbacks. I love their role playing. It was just so funny. Thumbs up if you also just thought it was a hilarious episode. So we learned that Chad's entire family died like around the same time he did, but they died in a plane crash. So we have to figure out like who's going to get his inheritance. Now it would make a lot of sense for him to have left Chanel 1 in his will, but he actually left the Dean, which honestly is super funny, and it makes her look suspicious like she is the killer, but I don't really think she is. I just think that's the way of the show to make a joke about all of it. So it was time for Chanel Oween again, which was a memorable episode from last season, and a really good episode from this season as she delivered disgusting body parts and bodily fluids to really happy fans who were excited to get like bags of pus and stuff, which was super funny. And she was insulting them and they loved it, and I just thought it was so satirical and so funny. I don't know, it was just epic. Dr. Brock gave Chanel this silver serum thing, and it ended up turning her skin totally blue, which was funny. Of course, she freaked out, but she ended up just going with it and being a Smurf for Halloween. But I thought that was funny, and I don't know, I just thought the way that she looked was really funny. So the Green Meanie comes after Denise, and Denise is able to fight this person off, which is okay for now, but later things get worse. I thought it was really funny that Denise was wearing Chanel's wedding dress just to basically piss her off, and she was like, I don't even know how I fit in it since you're like super skinny and I'm voluptuous or whatever. I don't know. She said it better than me, and it was funny, but I really liked it. So I think it's also hilarious that Denise is still convinced that Zayday is our killer, and hey, I think it would be super funny if Zayday was our killer, just because Denise was so convinced last season and she's still convinced, and it would all just be super funny. Plus, it would make sense to have someone be the Green Meanie that was actually an established character. Thumbs up if you agree. So, we also found out that Brock hooked up with the Dean, which is funny because this woman literally hooks up with everyone, and they're usually like super good looking cast members, right? Or not cast members in her world, but they're good looking guys. Okay, I really seriously almost died to see the Ivanka Trump costumes, first of all worn by Hester and then Chanel number 5, and I thought Hester's was better. Very funny. Someone came after, well, Ivanka came after Chanel. I think that was Hester, which was really funny. I love that she did survive, so I don't think they're ever going to kill her off. I really enjoyed the costumes at the Halloween party, like the Dean as Hamilton. And well, actually my favorite costume, which they didn't even really point it out, but it was obvious, was Cassidy as Brian Lochte. So funny. Love that so much. But then things started getting a little bit crazy and a little bit sad for me because Chanel 5 gets stabbed. Now, I knew we were going to have a major death in this episode, so I figured that it was going to be her. And I was like, wow, I was pretty impressed that the show was going there. But then it looks like she's going to make it, and I really think she is going to make it. But oh my heart, they killed my girl Denise. I need a minute. Yes, because how can you do this to me, Scream Queens? Like, you killed Chad, and he was one of my favorites, and I think I've told you guys from the beginning, like, my two favorites are Chad and Denise. As long as we have them, we're good, and they're kind of like a pair. So you kill my boy Chad, and then the next freaking week, you go ahead and kill my girl Denise. Like, what are you doing to my heart? Like, are you trying to kill me? Because honestly, at this point, I don't care who else they kill, because they've killed the two best characters on the show. Thumbs up if you agree with me. I don't know. I'm upset. But apparently, Ryan Murphy's telling people in interviews that a major character is going to die in every episode. Now, we don't have a lot of major characters left, so I don't know if he's talking about the new characters like Hoffel, Cassidy, Brock, Chamberlain, not really a major character. I still think it's very plausible that Chamberlain is the killer, but the killer has to have help. So I need you to figure out or guess below who is the main killer and who is their accomplice. Now, I think it would make sense for Chamberlain to be the killer and his mom Miss Nurse Hoffel as the accomplice. Of course, we haven't seen a lot of her recently. I could also see it being Zayday, and I'm not sure who her accomplice would be, maybe Chamberlain, but I would love it more if Zayday ends up being the killer. But I would love to see your thoughts below, so just post your ideas for the killer and the killer's accomplice. Now, because of the World Series, which is the baseball finals in the U.S., in case you're not from the U.S., it looks like we're going to have to wait 2 more weeks for the next episode, which really sucks, but it does look like Nurse Hoffel will be in the next episode. So, I won't be seeing you guys for this show for a while, but I have posted down below a Kelly TV schedule for fall 2016 because it's been really busy and I want you guys to be able to keep up with me. So look down there to see what shows I'm covering, what days I do live shows, live reactions, and also recap videos. So I will definitely see you in 2 weeks with all the fun stuff we always do for Scream Queens. But in the meantime, you can catch me with American Horror Story and How to Get Away with Murder. So thank you so much for watching this episode of Kelly TV. If you haven't subscribed, I'm trying to reach 5,000 now, which sounds crazy to me, but I think I can do it, so I would love for you to become a member of the Kelly TV family and hit that subscribe button. So have a great day. Bye, guys.